Case 2 is about Galaxy Lighting. Let's see what's happening here. Galaxy Lighting is a mid-sized company specializing in highly quality customized lighting solution for commercial space. The company prides itself with the energy efficient and aesthetically appealing lighting design, which primarily target office building, retail stores, hotels. Is profile rated over the last 5 years, but has faced challenges managing cost and maintaining profitability. Is prepared to expand into the residential lighting market, and management team must refine its cost management, budgeting, and decision-making process. So the question here is, so when expanding to that market, do you have the potential and do you have the capacity to do that? So you have been hired as a financial consultant for this company management to evaluating the current practices and making key strategic decisions. What will be the key strategic decision here is, should I not expand into the this segment, which is the residential lighting market, because they're preparing for that expansion, as you can see. So considering introducing a new product line for the residential customers, otherwise they're not going to get those customers. The product line is Glow Home. It's a customized, energy-efficient lighting solution that could be an excellent addition to existing offering. However, management is still determining the profitability of his new line and the level of sales need to the break-even. Projections provided in Appendix 1. If you go to Appendix 1, that's your projection for the lighting. So you have the expected sales, you have the fixed cost, you have the selling price, you have the variable cost. Looks like pretty much like the question that you had in the quiz. So what do you have to come up? We have to come up with the numbers, calculate the break-even as a number of units and the sales, total sales. Can you get those? Absolutely. I don't see any problems you getting those numbers. You can get the total sales and you can easily get the number of units. If you have problem, ask Irina. She knows how to do it. Irina, don't tell them. So, this is your projections. Obviously, you have to do the calculation break even and then comment on the results. That's 1 and 2. To effectively analyze the financial performance of companies, several key calculations are required. First, determine the break-even point. Units and dollars is clearly communicated. You have 1 and 2 calculations here. Essential to identify the sales volume and revenue needed to cover the total cost. This metric provides the insight into the minimum operation threshold of the profit. Next, assessing the margin of safety. That's number 3. So what's my margin of safety? Based on the expected sales volume, we'll have the break to evaluate the risk level, the indicating the extent of the sales and drop the reaching the break-even point. So the other thing that I want you to do is but we're going to talk about this in the classroom. Remind me if I forget. Don't assume that the people who reading or people that you're writing your memo or report have knowledge. So that means you have to explain to them what the break-even is. You have to explain to them what means break-even to sales volume. You have to explain what means break-even in number of units. Or you have to explain to them what's the margin of safety and how margin of safety help them to assess the situation. Next, finally, to achieve the target profit of 200. So that's here you have one more thing. So you have break-even sales, break-even units, margin of safety. Now you have the target profit. So basically on the cost volume profit analysis, you have all the elements plus one more, which is the explanation of each of those. It's critical to calculate number of units must be sold, incorporating both fixed and variable cost and desired profit margin. Make recommendation, and now you have to do recommendation. on management of the outcome of this new line based on the information of the given, which is the new line on the line of the residential customers. Recently, this company discovered that a few employees are purchasing in the purchasing have been approving orders from suppliers without secondary review. Additionally, inventory discrepancy have become frequent due to the poor oversight causing the production delay and impact customer satisfaction. So that will be, I want to chase here the ethical problem. That will be 7, and internal control process. That's number 8. And then you have to discuss it and provide me some things to fix it. The client wants to understand whether the customer control are adequate. If not, what internal control measures should be implemented to address the risk of unauthorized purchases inventory discrepancy? Also want you to identify at least 3 measures to mitigate those issues effectively. How many measures you have to identify? 3. Is it clearly communicated with you? Yes, it is. If I don't see at least 3, you're gonna get at least probably half mark, not the full marks. You're gonna still getting something, but only something. Management is unsure why segregation of duty is essential to purchasing. So now you have to explain the segregation of duty. They want to elaborate on this with examples of how could apply segregation of duty to the operation to enhance accountability and reduce the potential fraud and errors. Again, examples. We're looking for examples. How many examples? At least 3 examples. One example is not going to fly because it's plural, it needs 3 examples. On the other hand, management can consider outsourcing the product of specific components used this company product line. These components are manufactured in-house with the cost. So basically, what is this? This is you have to make a decision. Should I make it internally or should I outsource it? So you have the information available, do the calculation, and see what's going to happen. An external supplier has offered to produce those components for 130 per unit. If accept the offer, we'll have $20 of variable overhead per unit, would save $20 per variable, but would continue to incur 50% of the allocated fixed overhead. Now, should this company produce it, the component, or should I outsource it? Also identify any financial or non-financial factors influencing the decision. So you have here 2. It looks like 1, but it's that 2. 1 is the calculation line, and all the explanation with positive and negative. That will be your 10. Has experienced fluctuation of the sales revenue over the past year, primarily due to the seasonal demand and increasing competition. To address of company budget planning, aim to adopt a flexible budgeting for more accurate cost control. In addition, the company is seeking to incorporate regular forecasting variance analysis to adjust to the amount of fluctuation, deal with the competitive pressure from the existing competitors and new entrants in the markets. Management wants you to prepare flexible budget for the planned activity level of 3,500, 400, $4,000 units using the information provided in Appendix 1. How can this company use the forecasting variance analysis to achieve the better control and mitigate risk demand fluctuation? So basically, you have to prepare the budget 11, and then you have to explain how this company can use the forecasting variance analysis to achieve better control. That's 12. Management and the recent in the middle sparked the debate about the transition to lower carbon green efficient products, since it's not a widely used practice in the industry, and it's up and coming trend that seems foreseeable. The management want to understand how this will impact the current cost management system. If there any efficient cost management related to sustainability, and what will be help track the cost of going green. So that's your number 13 with the explanation. If management agreed to transition to the green products, you have a capital budget decision. Now we're going to the investment. Company cost accounting is evaluating significant capital investment. Investment in the new residential green energy product line. The latest investment is expected to reduce the environmental impact by lowering the carbon footprint and bringing the future energy saving to improve the energy efficiency over 30%. The new capital investment has the high initial cost, fixed cost. The company is requested you as their financial consultant due to the guide the management making the well-informed strategic investment decision, long-term expansion, and help to evaluate the long-term value and risks associated with launching the new efficient line. So what you have to do, you have to explain all those things. What in theory, since you don't have here numbers yet, you have to explain the theory. Is it feasible? Is it not feasible? What will be the benefits of going to green? What will be the drawbacks going to green? How to deal with this cost? How to deal with that cost? How we can prepare that investment? How we can make based on what we need to make that investment decisions. So you have to basically this will be more qualitative analysis, quality rather than quantitative analysis. Now, your role to consider a lease. So now we're going with the numbers about this capital expansion versus lease versus buy decision using the cost-benefit analysis approach. And the investment need is 1.5 million. If you're required to buy out, the company can pay 20% down payment with the rest of the amount financed at the prevailing interest rate for a maximum of 10 years. If it's leased out, the company will have the rights to buy out at the end of the 10 years here by paying an amount equal to the market value, which is expected to be $200,000. Please ensure you include any assumptions as well. Plus, you have to make discussions on this about the benefits of buying it and benefits of leasing it. Drawbacks of buying it, drawbacks of leasing it. That will be 15 and 16 here. Prepare the case analysis, providing the detailed recommendation. Obviously, after all of this, you need a recommendation, and at the end, I will need a recommendation. Provide the calculation assumptions and tables to support your answer. Outline any questions or inquiries that would direct to expand any wider information essential to certain decisions. So you also have a lot of stuff to write about. Again, in the classroom, I'm going to tell you how much will be the number of issues that I expect to see on your report in order to get the maximum points. And that's the case 2. One more left. Case 3 left. Before I start with case 3.